Yes, Haina.
I told you in all our years together that I love you.
Oh, I love you more. Oh my God. And I'm also here with a very handsome, the man with a very smooth voice. I'm surprised he's not on every commercial no, but he is. No, but I literally, like, he should be like monopolized. Like, there should be no other male voice but his, because it's so smooth. It's like, it goes down really well. It's like rich, dark chocolate with some froth of milk on top. Like, it goes down really, really well. Wow. Andrew's in the house. Andrew Adote Tandoh. Hi Andrew, how are you?
I told you in all our years together that you're beautiful.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I'm blushing
on your behalf.
And welcome.
Thank you.
It's
AJ.
nice to have you in the house.
It's good to be here.
Yeah. It's nice to finally see you. I haven't seen you in a while, Ange.
Yeah.
I just see you on stage.
Yes.
Like, I see you when I come in and I watch a production of yours, which is happening this weekend.
It is.
And I'm really excited about. Now,
Yes,
this weekend on Saturday and on Sunday, 2 viewings, right?
2 shows a day, yeah.
2 shows, 6 and 8.
It's 8 p.m. and then 4 p.m.
4 p.m. and then 8
Yes.
p.m. We will have a detective call.
Yeah.
Now, I had the honor of sitting in the audience for the first showing that you ever did, and it's truly an outstanding play. Like, it shows humanity and then how we're all interlinked in some way or the other, and how one person's actions has a ripple effect on another.
Yes.
And it puts it in a very humanized way, in such a way that you don't realize how your action can easily affect your brother. And it was beautiful to see, and you guys were excellent in it.
Thank you.
You make a fine detective. Did you ever consider being a detective in real life?
No, a number of people have walked up to me to ask if I was in the military, but
Yes. Did you have you ever considered?
no, I never did.
Why? It wasn't something that you ever.
No, it never occurred to me that I could be in the military. But a number of people walk up to me to ask if I am, but unfortunately, I'm not. I'm a performer. So
Now, if you were not a performer, what occupation would you have been?
I probably would have been doing something in the graphic arts, visual arts.
Oh, really?
Stuff
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Okay. So you're a natural born creative.
Yes.
Like, no two ways about it.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
He could have been a professional fine boy.
that is also a very good option as
What's
well.
the job description for that?
Be fine.
Just be fine.
Just be fine.
Yeah,
just
be
look
fine.
It, yeah.
Just drip.
Just stand there.
Does it pay well?
You don't know.
It
I can still
does, it
apply.
You
does.
don't know. You
I think
apply
your
within.
But if you were not an actress or a TV personality or a radio personality or an all-round badass or a person in the theater, what would you have been?
Gym instructor.
Oh, a gym instructor.
Wow, it's like that. Eh?
He went for the jugular.
Wow, I see. Wow, I need a moment to recover. I think I'd have been a teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd have been a teacher. I enjoy teaching.
I like that.
Yeah, I when I finished secondary school, I said every year that I'll go back to Binkum Secondary School to teach literature. Yeah, I haven't.
Is this something
gone.
that you still have plans on doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
When I make enough money to be able to take 6
have
months
your own
off,
time.
yeah, I would definitely go teaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Now let's talk about a detective calls. What is a play all about?
Oh, but you told us everything about the play.
I'm sorry. I let the cat in the bag a little. No, but I said it in a very ambiguous way.
The play
Dun, 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 dun.
is about a girl who takes her life. It's about a girl who commits suicide. It's a heavy, difficult play about a girl who ended her life because of the way people treated her. So it's a play which teaches us to be mindful of the way we treat people. Not just the way we treat them, but the way we do not treat them too. So it's our actions and our inactions. It's about a family of 5 and a girl who died. And after the girl's death, they find that they all were connected to the girl somehow through various meetings over a span of about 6 years.
Oh, wow.
Basically.
And guess who's joining us? Jackie!
Jackie!
Miss Jackie Ankrah is in the house. Hello, Jackie.
Hello.
You look lovely today. How are you doing?
Very well, thank
You
you.
look really sparkly. I like it. I like it a lot.
I was coming to see you. I've been
Yeah.
for a week, AJ.
We love to see it. Now we're talking about a detective play, and all of you play different characters on in this very exciting play, a detective called. But this is the second time you're staging it.
Yes, ma'am.
How was the first reaction, the first time, and the reaction from the public when they came to watch it?
The reviews we've gotten have been mind-blowing, better than we thought. I will be honest and tell you that when we were deciding on staging this play, we felt like we were taking a huge chance at doing something different. We're used to seeing comedy at a theater. You know, we're very stressed.
Yes.
Accra is
So
stressful.
we like to laugh.
So, you know, a lot of playwrights and play producers and directors would often go for a play which will help you reduce your stress, help you laugh, give
Yeah.
you some endorphins,
Yeah.
you know, come and have a good time and go home.
Yeah.
When we decided to do this play, one of the key messages in our advertising material was, this is not a comedy. It's not a comedy, it's not funny. When the play ended and people got up to leave and we saw how quiet they were and they were all in a very reflective mood, we realized that we had achieved our aim. So it's not a play that will leave you giggling and laughing. It's a play which will leave you thinking about the way you treat your husband and your wife and your brother and your sister and the intern at your office and the gate man at your estate complex. It leaves you thinking about how you treat people in your life, and hopefully it will leave you learning to treat people better.
Yes, and if I may interject,
Please.
to those who are squeamish about depressing things, I can assure you with all certainty that this play is by no means a depressing play.
Of course.
You will leave, there's not a single person who left the theater feeling depressed. They were more entertained, and yes, it will leave you feeling reflective. But trust me,
Absolutely.
it will be like watching a very sophisticated detective film,
Yeah,
you know, than a sob story of a play. No, don't get it wrong. You will be thoroughly entertained.
There were some high moments though. I can't lie.
Yeah.
There were some punchlines that I caught in there.
So
There are lots of punchlines.
even AJ, you will attest that the last thing you felt was depressed.
Oh no, not
and
at all.
sad and gloomy.
And it's nice because it tells the story in a very engaging way. Like you get into the story. You picture the scenes. You cast your mind back. You see yourself in every character.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best part about it. You understand. It gives you the heavy dose in very light doses. I don't know if it makes any sense.
That's a great way of putting it, yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited about it. Now I want to know your characters, because you all play very interesting characters in A Detective Calls, which is again happening this weekend, but we'll come to that. Jack, let me bring you into the conversation. What is your character and who do you play?
I am Enu Abna Osei-Poku, married to Ken Osei-Poku, and we have a daughter and a son. And I'm this rich, sophisticated, aristocratic,
Sucking her ways woman.
haughty, arrogant woman, never showing remorse, always treating my children better than everybody's children. I've spoiled my son. I've managed to spoil my son. I've managed to alienate my daughter, who's reasonable and sensible and conscionable, and she feels like, oh mom, you're always doing the wrong thing and you're never sorry for your sins, you know. And that's the kind of person I am, and that's totally different from
The kind of
who
person
I
you
am
are.
in
Yes,
real life.
yes.
In real life, I think about people's feelings, and I'm sorry when I hurt people, and I've got to apologize before I'll have any peace of mind. In this play, it doesn't matter how wrong I am, I'll never say sorry.
Now, we've all met a woman like this character before in some way, shape, or form. But as someone who's completely different from the character and playing it, where do you find the inspiration or the strength to be able to portray this particular kind of character?
I've seen how people can be. I've seen how mean people can be in society, especially when they think they've got a little bit more money than other people, and they can be terrible, and they think their children are better than everybody else's children. You know, everything of theirs is more important. And I always say that whatever affects one of us directly affects all of us indirectly. And that's something that this play teaches. I think you speak to someone with that first weighing the consequences of your actions, and they walk away and you don't know that you've affected them and pushed them just that little bit further off the cliff. So I had to get into the script, understand what was going on, and then try and characterize.
I like that. Now let me come to you now.
And I got a lot of help from Andrew, I've got to say. I've got to, because this play in particular has been a huge challenge in terms of the fact that it's all dialogue, it's reflective, it's thought-provoking, it's intense, so you have to focus a lot, and while you're doing that you've got to get your movements on stage as well.
I can imagine.
Andrew is patient and kind and really sweet. He never gets angry. Even when you get it wrong, he'll just look at you and point and say, like, no, that's not what I taught you. Come back and do the right thing. And Andrew's been a great teacher. Before the world, let me say thank you, Andrew.
Oh my! And I'll come to you, Andrew, about your character, but let me come to Now first.
Yes, ma'am.
Describe your character to me.
Oh, she's a loudmouth, disrespectful, tell it as it is, tell it as it is, young lady. She doesn't mince words. She's really, in all honesty, I think of all the people in that family on stage, she's the only real honest one who acknowledges her mistakes and tries to help her family members acknowledge their mistakes in a rather unkind way. But she tries to help them acknowledge their mistakes and the things that they did.
The voice of reason.
They did wrong. Yes. So basically, I'm Ifya Osei-Poku. I'm the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Osei-Poku. I have a brother. I find along the line that I had some connection with this girl who killed herself, and I am told why, and I'm the only one who accepts blame, and I think I represent a small subset of us as a people who accept their mistakes when they're told and try to repent.
I like that. Now, Andrew.
Yes, AJ.
You play the detective.
Yes.
Tell us about this character.
I have the honor and privilege of playing the detective. The detective, he struck me as, when I read it at first, he struck me as very mysterious. Someone who was extremely competent, knew what he was doing. He struck me as the kind of person who has been doing this for so long that he could do it with his eyes closed. So he reads human body language, and he can read you, and he knows what you're about to say before you say it. That kind of character is very juicy to play, but I found it also very scary because there's a lot that hangs on the detective, and as an actor, the detective character is a bridge for most of the scene. So I needed to be as strong and on point with my lines as possible because there's too much riding on that character. If he's weak, it weakens the whole play, and you become a liability to your fellow actors. So there was a lot of work I put in, extraordinary amount of work I put in to make sure the play is the character helps everyone else and is also extremely entertaining to the audience.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now, as someone who has gone into theater production, both handling on stage and behind the stage, is the theater industry in Ghana growing?
Yes, I think we are. We're getting full houses now.
Okay.
Yes, we're getting full houses now. We're getting some support from government agencies like the Ghana Tourism Authority.
Oh, really?
Yes, we're getting younger people interested in coming to see our plays because we have students constantly asking, is there a student ticket? Is there a student discount? So we are happy that our audience is growing and that more and more people are getting interested in theatre. From the time we did Dinner for Promotion, AJ, we were on stage together. we didn't have a full house, but we did it anyway.
Yes.
Now we there's no space at the car park,
and so see.
That makes us very happy. That makes us very happy. We hope that for people listening to us who have never seen a stage play, we hope that you come and see this one. Give theatre a chance. Someone told me that theatre, those who like it, those who don't like it, don't like it. That's fine. Okay, fine if you say so. But come and see it and decide.
On you.
And decide. Come and see it and decide.
I also,
if you like it or not, because I think once you come, you don't stop. Once you pop, you can't stop.
No, honestly.
I've realized that there are a number of Ghanaians who've been abroad who have seen stage plays there.
Broadway, West
and
End.
somehow they've told themselves that such a thing is not possible in Ghana. So even when I hear about a play
I don't want to
going
go for
on,
it.
I wouldn't even bother to
Yeah.
go. When I go to New York or Broadway, I'll go and watch something there. But trust me, the narrative is changing. The quality is increasing every year, and with as many people and more people are coming into the space, and it is enriching the space even more. So trust me, we have something good here. Come and check it out.
We do.
Absolutely.
And the last person who called me about a detective call stayed on the phone for about 27 minutes and 30 something seconds.
Just
And
going on.
Every minute was about the play.
Wow.
How beautiful it was, how touching, how moving, how inspiring, how, she just kept on. And she said, it's civilized entertainment, she called it. And she said, you have to bring it back.
Yeah, true. I completely agree. Now, what went into the selection of this play? Why a detective calls as against any other play you could have staged?
I tell you, when George said we should stage this play, I was telling you earlier, I said no, we weren't sure. We kept wondering because it's not a comedy. But the reason we did this play really is because George insisted.
Yeah.
And the reason George insisted was because he felt that we needed to do something that spoke to our conscience as a people. He felt that it was a good time in the middle of all our stresses and economic hardships. It's a good time to remind us of our humanness and the fact that we needed to continue to be good in spite of all of the troubles and problems that we were facing as a people. It's a good time to remind people that kindness is still possible in spite of whatever you're going through as a person. And George always cites examples of young women and the struggles they have to go through when they're trying to get a job, and men constantly feeling like they must take advantage of these young girls, and bosses being mean to their employees, and teachers being mean to their students. And basically we are too many angry people. Someone wrote on social media that we are angry people with smiley faces.
Looking for someone an outlet to pour our frustration into.
Unfortunately.
It's a good play to remind you to be kind, and that's why we chose it.
Okay. Now, when is it happening?
This weekend.
Where is it happening?
At the National Theatre on Saturday and Sunday, at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. Our tickets are selling for only 150 Ghana cedis. That's the cost of the jollof you eat.
150
like you, the one you had for lunch today. 150
It's done.
Exactly.
Done.
Exactly.
We need to come and watch.
Yes. So it's not expensive
at all.
Please come and watch it. And it's not a kind of play that you watch alone. You must bring the person who you want the kasantri to tree. But on a more serious note, you must bring someone. Bring your staff, like everyone in your office. Bring your family. It's a family play. You can bring the children. Bring your church members, your club members, whatever. And please come see the play. The tickets are selling on imagebureau.com, imagebureaugh.com. You can dial our USSD code *713 *101#. May I say it slowly this time?
Please go ahead.
*713 *101#. The event code is 11. But if you are one of those who like to take a souvenir home and you want to come and buy a hard copy, so that when you go home and they ask you where you're coming from,
we came with this is the evidence.
When you buy on USSD, sometimes you can't show if your battery dies. So you want to take the paper home, you may do so. Come and buy it from the gate. It's just 150 cedis. If you don't come on time, you may have to hustle with the outside situation. So we ask you to please come early. We will start at 4. Bang. And 8 will go bang.
Exactly.
Not 4-5. No. Not 4-4-35.
No.
We'll start at 4.
Exactly.
Not 8-8-39.
Not at all.
We'll start at 8.
Yeah, but someone told me that the one thing that they loved about the detective calls when it first staged was our punctuality.
Yes, I got in 10 minutes late.
Oh, and you missed.
And I missed the first 10 minutes.
Yes.
And I need to come and watch it. So I'll be there at 3:30.
Oh, by a quarter to 4, we're already seated. And the curtains, waiting for the curtains to rise. I mean, that's how good. And you know what they say about the proof of the pudding lying in the eating.
Absolutely.
So you've got to experience a detective calls for yourself. No matter how we describe it, you've got to be there. You will feel it. It's a mental, emotional, physical thing. You've got to be there.
Now, as much mystery as you can expect, I'm sure you will also attest that with all the mystery in place, there's also a huge twist at the end that will keep you and your family members talking if you come with your friends. So don't forget, don't miss that twist at the end.
So stay on for the twist. So it's the Marvel movies. Once it's done, it's never really done.
Oh no!
There's a bit more simmering at the end.
Yes.
Massive twist.
Oh, we love it. But of course, I'm sure it takes a village to make this happen. So now, who are those helping make this possible?
Shouts going out to the director of the play, George Nyama Kwe, aka Little Atakwe Tarantula.
Little Atakwe Tarantula?
Yes, ma'am.
I need to actually call him this.
He's the director of the play. He's the writer, so he did the adaptation. He is a team lead at Image Bureau. So shouts to him. Shouts to the entire Image Bureau team, to John and April. Shouts to Diamond. Shouts to Jackie, little Jackie. Shouts to the lady we call First Lady. Her name is Na Ajele Odish. Oshedu.
Oshedu boy.
Oshedu. Shouts to some of our partners who have helped us make this possible. Shouts to Knee Plant Car Rentals. Special thanks to the GTA. Special thanks to Yummy Yogurt.
From promotion all the way through.
Yeah, they've been with us all this time. Special thanks to Food 101, to the National Theatre for their partnership, and all our partners. We say thank you so much. We could not have done this without you.
Absolutely. Now, what's the future for theatre, in your opinion?
Oh my, I don't know how to, when I look at where we are coming from whence we have come, I think that we have there's so much we can do. We're looking into collaborations with other African playwrights for the first half of next year, which is beginning to look very good. So look out for that from April Communications and Image Bureau. And we're hoping that these collaborations will open bigger doors for us on the continent and even possibly take us beyond the continent. We ask for more support from corporate Ghana and lovers of theatre, individuals who are able to. We ask for your help. We need financing. We need support because we know the difference the arts can make in the economy. I mean, learning from other economies around the world. So we ask for the support, partnership, sponsorship, and encouragement. Even if you can't partner, sponsor, or anything, just come and watch the plays. Buy our tickets and come.
I like that. Now, today, literary giant Adote passed away. We found out earlier on the day. What do you have any memories of her, of some of her work and your interactions of it? And what were your initial reactions when you heard of her passing away, Jackie?
Oh, I was brokenhearted. Instantly, I knew there's a vacuum to be filled, and if we will fill it properly is what I wonder, because when we were growing up, Adote was all we studied in school. I mean, one of the literary giants we studied, Ankrah, Dilemma of a Ghost, her books were there with us. Nowadays, social media makes us stray a little from literature, and that's one of the things that I like about A Detective Calls, because it brings you on to the world and the stage of literature where you're into dialogue, you're into talk, you're into language, grammar, vocabulary, and that's all the things that Adote stood for. She was a beautiful, brave African woman, and we loved her, and I think the world will not to be the same without her.
Absolutely. Yourself, Andrew?
Oh, unfortunately, I never had the honor and privilege of meeting and interacting with her, but I really pray that her legacy is honored the right way. It won't just go I hope it will go beyond just mere ceremony and things like that. We have people today. How come we still know William Shakespeare's name? Because where he's from, they made sure his name has lived on through the generations.
Absolutely.
So we hope that whoever is in charge of the space will make sure we can have an Adote theater festival.
Yes.
We can have
actually, that sounds like very exciting.
We can have a theater festival. We can have huge events that will honor this woman the way she needs to be honored as a legend that she is. Yes.
I tell you, AJ, when the National Theatre finished its renovations and reopened for the Ghana at 50 celebrations, I was working at a theatre at the time as an usher, and I went to work on one production, The Dilemma of a Ghost. It was the first time in recent times that I had seen a stage play at a theatre. Fifi Coleman was on stage with a girl called Eulalie. And that's when I really fell in love with it. I was watching Fifi so close, and all the words, the screenplay, the words were so perfect. I'd never read the book, The Dilemma of a Ghost, but I knew the song. One early morning when the moon was shining. You know that song? Shall I go to Cape Coast or to Elmina? So after watching that play, I thought, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. So I went and read The Dilemma of a Ghost, and I loved it, and Anoa. And that's when I fell in love with Ataidu's writings.
Really?
So when I heard of her passing this morning, I was sad. I was so sad. I have since watched her interviews, her international interviews on feminism and the need for Africa to rise. And so when I heard she had died, I was sad, but her work will live for as long as is possible for literary work to live, because she did some extraordinary work that we can only aspire to.
I completely agree. But on a lighter note, I'm going to end with one very simple question.
Okay.
I asked it a little earlier on in the week.
Oh.
It has nothing to do with the play, though.
Oh.
But everything to do with your memories.
Oh.
When or what is the longest you've ever had to walk because you didn't have money?
Hey. Can I tell you someone else's story before I tell you mine?
Okay, can I tell you someone else's story?
So I interviewed Funny Face once when he started, and I asked him this question, and he said he was coming to Osu once, and he was coming from Tema, and when he looked at his money, he could either get to the end of the motorway and walk from the end of the motorway to Osu, or walk to the end of the motorway and take a car to Osu. So he walked from one end of the motorway to another. And you know, and it wasn't funny when he told us. Recently, I interviewed him again on Asasi Radio. We talked about it, and this time we laughed. But back in the days, in 2007, when we had this conversation on TV Africa, it wasn't funny. It was.
But what is your story?
Okay, now let me think of mine. You see, I willingly go on long walks. So for me, the longest walk I have done is I think 25 kilometers. I walked from, you knew this. I walked to Star FM from beyond Pantine on a Saturday morning.
No, but that was that exercise or because
it was elective.
Yeah, it was elective. What about when it was forced?
Not up to 20. I mean, Kaimpo.
Okay.
So let me tell you, see, I grew up in Teshin, and in Teshin, everybody knew everybody. And so many times I didn't have money to take a car. I'll go to the roadside, stop at Trotro, get in and look around, find someone and sit on them. Basically. so my sisters and I, we used to get onto Trotro, going to Tema Station, because my mother was at Makola Market. Yeah. So we entered the Trotro, look around, and find someone to sit on. I distribute them. So I never had to work.
Wow.
We always find someone to sit on.
Okay, no,
Andrew. This story is a tough act.
Have you ever had to walk a distance?
Not had to walk.
Okay.
My walks were also elective. Yes. Hey. So it wasn't.
But Andrew said that abuse. Are you listening to? Have you heard a hustler with a voice like this before?
That one is.
He said that abuse. He can't relate. Have you seen his shoes today?
I'm here to watch.
Okay. That's why you're asking this question.
Jackie, do you have any story like this?
Oh, well, I went to boarding school, so we walked quite a bit. I mean, we ran away home a lot. I always got into trouble for running away home because I missed my mom, I missed my family, I missed the home cooking. So I ran away from school a lot. And to walk from Achimota school, I mean, to get a car, you'd have to walk quite a distance and then stand by the road and wait for a grown-up to take pity on you. So we walked quite a bit.
Okay.
But always in groups, so it was fun.
Okay. Faculty once walked from Tema to Ashaman or something. I need to. No, somewhere.
Charlie, how many kilometers is that walk? I should have asked Funny.
Where was it?
Motorway is 24 kilometers, I think.
No.
Wow.
Is it 24?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
That's far.
That's a lot. Wait, that's
longer than I've walked.
It was from Community 8 to Gold City.
Ayo.
Yeah.
Okay, 8 to Gold City.
Were you looking for missing money?
A girl.
No. We actually spent our money.
Money no day.
After we went to chill for Tema Fest.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, on that note, thank you guys for coming. Always a pleasure having you. Now, Ashorkor, Mensah-Doku, Jackie Ankrah, and of course, Andrew. Tandoh.
Adote.
Adote, Tandoh.
No,
No,
Tandoh
Tandoh,
Adote.
The Tandoh always comes
okay,
first.
before Adote.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, it's a pleasure having you guys in the studios. We look forward to a Detective Calls.
Yes.
Thank you, AJ. AJ.